That might not exactly be happily ever after, I said. But what the hell? It's a start. Oh, the worst case. But James Potter, what shit. Boring ass books. Oh, sorry for that French accent. My name is Thomas Bowler. I'm a reviewer, a genius, British, intelligent, blah 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 blah. And I'm here to tell you about the Jungle Book. The great book. Better than that crap. Oh shit. Okay. Remember your training, Thomas. Run! No, not the sleeve! Not the sleeve! Not the face!
Poor Thomas. Had to get himself eaten by Shere Khan. Ah, well, the show must go on. Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeremy Reviews, a show dedicated to spreading the truth and sharing a passion for entertainment. And I've got a good one for you today, guys. I'm really excited. We're going to take a look at an animated classic reborn in flesh, blood, and surprisingly effective CGI. So, let's not waste any more time, and let's just dive right into The Jungle Book. So, The Jungle Book is the latest installment in Disney's new live-action franchise and is basically a retelling of the classic animated 1967 film of the same name, The Jungle Book. It's directed by Jon Favreau and starring Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Idris Elba, and introducing Neel Sethi as Mowgli. So, right off the bat, guys, let's start with the story. And, as always, guys, no spoilers, so no worries. So, what's the story? Well, basically, it's very similar to the 1967 animated film. You have Mowgli, the man cub, who is raised in the jungle, but he comes under the threat of the vile tiger Shere Khan. And now...
Run? Why should I run?
Why should you run? Could it be possible that you don't know who I am?
I know you all right. You're Shere Khan.
Precisely. Then you should also know that everyone runs from Shere Khan.
Now Mowgli has to survive. And what's going to happen to him? Well, you'll find out. So like I said, this film's very similar, but what's nice is that they add in some elements from the original book that sort of make the film a little more dark in tone, a little more dramatic. So it's nice that it's familiar for people who grew up with the original, but it adds some new twist to it that keeps it interesting, keeps you on your toes. So I really like that. It was very exciting. What I wanted to talk about, guys, is the characters, and there's a lot to get through. First off is Neel Sethi as everyone's favorite little kid in the red diaper, Mowgli. Now, with a star-studded cast like this, I personally was really worried that this young actor was going to get overshadowed, that he was going to be overwhelmed by all of this talent. But surprisingly, Neel Sethi is an excellent young actor. He holds his own. His Mowgli is inquisitive, is tenacious, bratish at times, but nothing too bad. He does a great job, and considering all of the CGI he has to act against, I give him major props for that. Let's...
Relax, kid.
See, Sethi is joined by Idris Elba as the villainous Shere Khan. Oh my goodness, guys. He does absolutely fabulously here. He gets the menace of Shere Khan. His voice drips with dignity, with presence, with command. There's a sense that he could do what he needs to do. Literally, guys, every second that Shere Khan is on screen in this movie, your focus is on him. You're wondering what the heck he is going to do. So that was done very, very well. Let's see.
Mowgli belongs to my pack, Shere Khan. Mowgli? They've given it a name. When was it we came to adopt the man into the jungle? He's just a cub. Does my face not remind you of what a grown man can do?
Bill Murray is in this, guys, as Baloo. It's perfect casting. Bill Murray's wit and his attitude, his laid back but still kind of sarcastic attitude is perfect. But he's cheerful. I feel like Baloo is bringing out Bill Murray's happier side, because I feel like Bill Murray's been kind of down and out lately, but thankfully he seems a lot more cheerful this time. I really loved it. One of my favorites, though, guys, was Sir Ben Kingsley as Bagheera. Honestly, guys, you're gonna think that you're watching Bagheera from the animated movie. Sir Ben Kingsley, with his inflections and just his tone and just that sense of the teacher and the wise man that you get in him, you really feel that spirit of Bagheera coming. And I'm not trying to say it's a copycat by any means, because that would be an insult. It's a respectful and well done homage to the original. So good job, Sir Ben Kingsley. Let's.
It's a honey sack for winter.
Have you lost your mind?
You said you wouldn't get mad.
Did you listen to anything Akira taught you? There's no place in the jungle for these tricks. You want to do this, you do this in the man village.
But I'm helping Baloo get ready for hibernation.
Bears don't hibernate in a jungle. What are you teaching him?
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
Let's see, there's one more, guys, that I want to talk about, but I'm going to save him for later, okay? So just wait and see. Let's see. Okay, guys, the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the look and the feel of this movie. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I had no idea that this film was pretty much all CGI. I literally thought that this film was shot on location in the jungle. The textures of things like the wheat or the grass in the fields and the rocks and the ravines are just so, there's such attention to detail there that you will believe you are in these locations. The different parts of the jungle in this movie, the swamps, the temple, the giant rock crevices, there's a lot of attention to detail put into it to really to flesh out this jungle, to really sell just how massive it is. I really like that. There's a ton of fun watching it, guys. You'll want to explore this jungle, so that's done really, really well. Along with that, guys, is the atmosphere of this film, that sense of dread. If you're in the jungle, constantly turning, looking to see if a dangerous animal is about to jump out and get you. And so it'll keep you on the edge of your seat for quite a while. It's done very well. But what's nice is that they make sure to interject a lot of lighthearted moments to help ease that tension, make it not unbearable. And speaking of lighthearted, guys, there's a lovely soundtrack in this film. Without getting into spoilers, there's some music in this film, we'll say. There's some stuff you'll find familiar. I'll simply say that. There's some tunes that you'll recognize that help bring out that nostalgic feeling, get you in the happy mood, but they... also have some nice darker ones, just to remind you that it is a more dramatic movie. The only problem I will say is at the beginning there is a kind of awkward tone that's used. It's meant to show what the film is going to be, but it doesn't quite match the beginning, so the beginning of this movie is a little awkward, but it picks up really quick. Let me see. The action, guys. The action in this movie is fantastic. They really make good use of the environments, the trees, like I said, the rocks. There's a lot of nice falls in this movie. There's a lot of close-up animal-on-animal action in this movie, and it's shot in a way that you can see all that's happening. It's not unclear, so it really it's easy to understand. The climax especially, guys, my heart was pounding, and your heart's going to be pounding too, wanting to know what's going to happen. It's done really, really well. And like I said, just overall, there's really just a love of this film, a love of the jungle that just exudes throughout this film. So it's all done very well. And the last thing I have to mention, guys, is I mentioned him earlier, Christopher Walken. Oh, how do I describe him? The only way I can describe Christopher Walken in this movie is he's doing a Godfather impression while playing a monkey, and doing something else which I can't mention without going into spoilers. I'll simply say this, guys. If you're a lover of Christopher Walken like me, he alone is worth the price of admission for this film. Oh, Christopher Walken, why do I love you so?
I don't know.
Well, either way, he's awesome. And like I said, the film is a ton of fun. So, do I have any problems? Well, my problems with this film are not so much with what is in it as what's not in it. By that I mean, this film is focused primarily on, like I said, its action, its environment, and just sort of getting its characters through their paces, doing what they need to do. And unfortunately, while that's all done very well, it results in things like backstory being somewhat neglected. They sort of just imply it or just say it rather than show it. But the result was, at least for me, that when the film tried to have more dramatic moments, more personal moments, I saw what they were doing, but I didn't quite feel the impact as I thought I should have. But that's not to say it's a bad movie. It's done very, very well. I would have just preferred to have a little bit more development in terms of the characters. And on a personal note, I have to point out, without going into spoilers, this film ruins one of my favorite characters from the original book. And this is a problem that Disney's live-action movies have been having. They did it in Maleficent, they did it in Cinderella, and it's time for me to put my foot down. Disney, stop doing this. You don't have to mess up these good characters, okay? Just work on your stories and keep the characters, just develop them. That's all you have to do, okay? But I still love you guys. Like I said, guys, I had a ton of fun with this movie. I loved watching it. As I said, Christopher Walken is wonderful. So, my final score for The Jungle Book is a 7 out of 10. It's a really good film. It doesn't quite reach the must-see status, but I do highly recommend it to anyone who loves the original film, and really just Disney fans in general. And again, like I said, Christopher Walken, if you love him, he's worth the price of admission to see what he does. Just trust me, you'll enjoy it. So guys, that's my review for Jungle Book. I want to know what your thoughts are on the movie, guys. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think of the movie? And as always, guys, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, don't forget to hit subscribe down below, or you can follow us on Facebook for my older written reviews. Well, guys, this has been so much fun. I hope to see you guys again real soon. But until then, I wish you all the very best and happy film going. Uh-oh. Okay. Remember your training, Jeremy. Just stay still. And don't run.